We are no longer talking so much about following rules, but more about the universal principle of imitation or succession, which we had presented in the video The Hierarchy. You will learn most easily and most surely to lead a holy life by imitating your spiritual guide in all the details of his everyday life. In the rhythm of the day, in eating, in meditation, in spiritual exercises, in service, simply in everything. Even in the smallest matters, try to be as Christ. Ideally, the teacher does not educate the disciple at all. He simply lives together with him and shows him by his example alone how to walk the earthly path in dignity. The teacher is a guiding counselor, a friend who points out a shorter and better path. What are you talking about? I am not living with a teacher at all. Remember, we are talking about a way of life as if the teacher were continuously present, not of a material, but of a virtual ashram. In this case, the concept of learning through imitation requires only one thing: be aware of the subtle presence of your teacher at every moment. The great art, the skill of the man of the new era, is to make a spiritual reality, such as the interior temple, as effective in life as a physical fact. An ashram of the Brotherhood is first and foremost a place of education. Life there offers the best conditions for the growth of your soul. Some may regard the time spent in an ashram as imprisonment, but with the development of the spirit, it will be the most salutary of all sojourns. You will indeed find here a school with an agenda, timetable, teachers, exercises and examinations, as well as a hard training for the few who are ready to face already today the demands of the future. Accept harsh lessons with a smile. What is the highest goal of a disciple of the teachings of wisdom? To be called, like Helena Blavatsky and a few others, to the Himalayas, to a bulwark of the Brotherhood for training and preparation for a mission. Sometimes the Mahatmas call their disciples into one of their ashrams for a certain period. Here they prepare their organisms for the sacred assimilation of subtle energies and give them instructions. So it was with Helena Blavatsky, who spent 3 years in their ashram before giving the world the secret doctrine. You can now realize this high ideal by entering in spirit a virtual ashram. What is the aim of this education? In an Agni Yoga temple, there is actually bred the man of the future, the new man of the sixth race. The spiritual groups of today's time present a sad sight because they do not produce real teachers and neglect the education of the newcomers. You know that the conditions of our community are not easy. Many social organisms pay no attention to the inner education of their members. After acquiring our discipline, you cannot recognize a community there where only certain external signs of it are preserved. You will find the details of the training program in the series Education. You not only live, above all you work together with your supra-temporal family. You realize a collaboration which is extended into the highest abodes. The ashram of the teacher is a place where selfless service is being rendered for the common good. The practical implementation using the concept of the Agni Yoga temple you will find in our video We Are Building the World of the Future. We have discussed the practice of the inner temple already many times. In the morning, in meditation, you go to your eternal homeland. During the day, you work in the world. And in the evening, you return to your family. Not unlike in a physical ashram, the teacher sends you out into the world for the day with a task for your personal development and a mission to serve the progress of evolution. You cannot imagine that concretely enough. You clothe yourself in spirit in the white robe of a temple disciple. You go into the world as an emissary of hierarchy. You work down there to establish the cosmic order, truth, justice, beauty, and love. Among the worldly ones, you are recognizable as a spiritual person. All look up to you. All expect spiritual guidance from you. If you truly love your family and friends, your fellow disciples, your teacher, and the Mahatmas, you will want to please them and bring them joy. How can I achieve that? Mainly by reporting back to the Master in the evening as well as after death with the words, "Mission accomplished." In order to be able to pronounce this proud sentence, you must live up to your vocation and maintain your position during your stay on the material level. Rather remain a disciple and, like Jesus, reap ridicule or humiliation than succeed in the worldly sense but lose your dignity as a representative of hierarchy. We are now coming to the key exercise of this broadcasting. Creating a sacred atmosphere in the morning meditation is relatively easy. Much more difficult and more important than anything else is, when you descend into the world, you have to maintain the hologram, the backdrop, the spiritual world of the ashram around you. In every situation applies. First comes the defense of the ashram, only then the solution of everyday problems. Your sanctuary must stand firm, no matter how horrible the worldly conditions are to which you were exiled. You are defending a virtual, spiritual temple. It is not by chance that this painting by Nicholas Roerich is entitled Stronghold of the Spirit. The aura you radiate, the atmosphere you spread around you, is always that of a sanctuary. Even if, like Dostoevsky's Abbot Zosima, you have to deal with the disgusting affairs of the Karamazov brothers. You will not let anything or anyone drag you down to a lower world, not repulsive conditions and not the many hands that are greedily reaching for you. It is very difficult for me not to forget this inner work in the midst of all my everyday earthly cares, toils, distractions, and demands. Yes, this requires the highest concentration and constant vigilance. Here is your main task. It is important that you make a firm commitment to this objective in the morning and remember it again and again in the course of the day. Keep the leading ideal of living in the sanctuary constantly before your eyes. Our sojourns in the various strata are short, but on entering the fiery world, we can remain there. And when we come from there, we preserve the fiery solemnity wherever we are. This practice is closely related to the exercise, the fiery condition, the maintenance of the high vibration of your being. Only both together bring about the synthesis of the practice of Agni Yoga. You keep your own and the vibration of your surroundings high. Both practices complement each other. When your own vibration is high, you raise at the same time the vibration of your surroundings. When your own vibration is low, you can raise it by visiting, even if only in spirit, a place with a high vibration. For example, your teacher's ashram. It is best to interrupt your earthly work every hour, or at least at noon for a short moment, to close your eyes, to turn to heaven, and to mentally rebuild the world of the sanctuary around you.